fresh cut, new outfit. A-Town Fitty got a bent to the same side. I'm leaning in the coupe, leaning in the coupe with the squad. Hey, you seen us? Listen to the music, pay attention to the changes. I took some time off, but I came back. I apologize for the sudden inconvenience. Excuse me, cause I'm feeling myself right now, and I can't calm down, cause I'm back now and taking you back down. Memory lane, baby, before we was famous, before the hiatus, before we had haters, when we was doing shows and nobody would pay us, when we was at the station and they still wouldn't play us, but we stayed on the ground so they can't say that they made us. Okay then, but it's cool that it stay like that. And
what is up? What is up? What is up? Happy Prime Days. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're buying some stuff here on Amazon. Hopefully, I'm streaming also on YouTube. And if you are on YouTube, definitely let me know. I think I'm good to go over there. Says I am, at least. How do I sound? You guys can hear me okay? Let me know. And also, what did you buy today? Have you seen anything good things to buy? Not just smart home related or tech related, just overall, just what did you guys buy today? I bought my first item just moments ago, and I didn't think I was going to buy anything this Amazon Prime Day, but I actually did. So I needed some 3D printer filament, and it was $12 off. So, hey, I thought about buying it last week, and I totally forgot about it. Good thing I did. And now I get to save $12. So, really cool. All right, just doing a couple housekeeping things, and then we're going to get started. Just trying to get this up and running. I think we have a good signal. Why is this not coming over? It says that it was sent. Maybe it was sent. There we go. Update that thumbnail. Very cool. This is the second, hopefully, full stream of the day. Actually, third stream, because I did stream with a bunch of friends of mine on their channels. So hopefully this will go successful. My first 3 attempts were not this afternoon. I had some network issues, but I worked those out, and we should be good to go. Let's double check, make sure I'm live, because I would be hate to just be talking to myself and not being recorded, or love for someone to be here, watch and listen, but at least be recorded. Okay, we're good. All right, give myself some hearts on Amazon. And if you're on YouTube, feel free to come on over to Amazon. Definitely check out the live stream on Amazon, where you can come shop with me, see what's going on over here. You guys can see the products I'm going to be talking about today, see the Prime deal, see the pricing, see the links, the affiliate links, and it just makes it a lot easier being on that same platform. But if you want to stay on YouTube, that's cool too, and you guys can leave some comments on YouTube, and let's talk about some of my favorite tech. All right, drop this in the comments. Here we go. We are good to go. So, first item that we're going to talk about, I love Bluetooth trackers. Been reviewing Bluetooth trackers ever since, I think, 2013, maybe 2014. I remember TrackR. I remember Tile. Tile's still around. TrackR is not. Pebblebee is still around. And there's been a lot of copycats, and a lot of copycats that actually do a decent job, and then others that kind of don't. So, but one of the ones that do a decent job, I wouldn't call them a copycat, but they definitely take a Bluetooth tracker and put it into some of their devices. Which, by the way, just keep in mind, Bluetooth trackers are not GPS trackers with cellular communication. They are simple little devices, or they're built into devices like this, that if you misplace these, you can go into the assigned app. Like most of the stuff that we're going to be talking about works with exclusively with Apple Find My. So you go have to have an iPhone or iPad with Find My. You go into that app and make it ring, and you can hear it as long as it's within Bluetooth range. If it's outside Bluetooth range, you can mark the item as lost and have the Apple community of over 1 billion users help you find it. If someone walks by and they have an iPhone or iPad with Find My running, and they get within that range, which is usually Bluetooth range, about 30 feet or so, it varies a lot, by the way. That location will be marked inside the app. It send you a notification, and hopefully you go to that area and find your property. So this wallet, this is a MagSafe wallet. Absolutely love this. This is from ESR. We're going to select it in the carousel down below. This is not just a wallet, but it's also a kickstand. So I got a little video on here so you guys can see it in detail. As we continue talking about this. All right, let's play it. So there it is. As you can see, it's on the back of my iPhone with MagSafe. You will need MagSafe on your phone. I think that's iPhones 12 and newer have MagSafe. If you don't, there's a couple ways that you can get this onto your phone. There are magnets that you can buy or stick-on magnets, and you can get this on there. But you really want a newer iPhone 12 or newer. And this is different than the Apple MagSafe wallet. It is a little bit thicker, has a battery built in, but that battery is just used for the Bluetooth tracker, not to recharge your phone, by the way. And that battery for the Bluetooth tracker, forget how long this thing lasts. I think it's 5 months. Don't quote me on that. I'm going to check out the listing to see if it mentions it. I just don't remember, because I review a bunch of these and I just can't remember every single detail. Let's see here. It doesn't mention it, but it is on sale today. Normally $50. It's on sale for $34. Plus, there's an additional 10% coupon. So definitely, if you guys make sure you check that box to get that extra 10% off. So then you can, so back to the product, you can make this into a kickstand if you want to watch a movie or just want it on the table. I actually have this with my phone right now, and it's just monitoring the Amazon stream. I have that app up, and it's just the kickstand's holding up that phone. Obviously, like you can see here in the video, you can go in there and make it ring. It's not super loud, but it's loud enough if you're in the room, you'll be able to hear it. And this also has left behind notifications. So if you do leave this behind, you're getting notified on your phone to go back and get it, which is really cool. I gotta love that feature, because not misplacing or leaving behind your device in the first place is most ideal. And I should have a picture so you guys can see me. So you guys know I'm actually here. Not just playing the video. I'm actually here, guys. Hopefully Amazon doesn't knock me off for not being here, but I am here. And if you guys have any comments, let me know. Hopefully your Prime Day is doing well. Hopefully you guys are buying some or finding some sales that you're interested in. And this is definitely a very cool MagSafe wallet. And it does have, I forget the battery life. I was talking about battery life, but I can't remember how long this is. And it does have a proprietary wire. hopefully you don't lose that wire. So when you do have to charge it up, you can charge it up. There it is in the kickstand mode. Let me see if I can find the wire for you guys. So this can normally hold about 3 cards or so. You can squeeze a 4th one in there, but it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight to get them out. If at 3, you can definitely get them out easily. But with 4, it does take a little bit extra work. Where is that proprietary wire? There it is right there. So it's USB-C on one side, and then you have their proprietary looking wire with just magnets on the other side to charge it up. It doesn't take more than an hour or so to charge it up, and then you're good to go for, I think, don't quote me, I think it's 5 months, but I could be wrong. I just don't remember. So anyways, this is a great Apple Find My Wallet with MagSafe. Absolutely love this. Which, by the way, of all the very similar products just like this, that MagSafe and our wallet, this is the strongest magnet. So even brands that say they have stronger magnets than any other competition, I tested all the competition, and the ESR is definitely the strongest in my opinion. So just keep that in mind if you're looking for the strongest. Don't get me wrong, it's not super strong. You can knock it off if you go sideways with your phone, or if you pull it off straight with enough strength, it will come off. But under normal use, you'll be a-okay. But it does come off. It is a magnet, and it's not super strong, but it's the strongest of the competition, if that makes sense. All right, moving on to the next Bluetooth tracker in the carousel. We are going to be talking about the KeySmart Smart Card. Very interesting Bluetooth tracker I have right here. This is the gray or black edition. They have a smoke edition that's kind of transparent that you can kind of see inside. Even though it's very dark, you can kind of see the guts inside, but because it's so dark, it's hard to see. But that's not this version. But it's very similar looking. And I have mine on my company ID. So that way, if I misplace my company ID in the lanyard, I'll be able to find it in no place, or in no time. And you could use this to put into a wallet because it is about 2 credit cards thin, really easy to place into any wallet and be able to track your wallet or find your misplaced wallet. And what's awesome about this model is that it can charge wirelessly, meaning that you can put this down onto a Qi charger. Which, let me show you what this looks like. KeySmart. There it is. So you can put this onto a Qi charger like that, and you can charge it up. And this has a 5-month battery life. So if you're looking for something that's super easy to charge up with no proprietary wires, then this is definitely one of the newer ones that are Qi charging. It's not the only one on the market, but what I love about this is that it does have that slit on the back where you can put this onto a lanyard like this or company ID. Really nice design from KeySmart, and that is, let's see how much that is today. KeySmart Smart Card. That is $29.97. So if you guys are interested in, let's change this. There we go. There we go. Perfect. $29.97. And you get a 3-pack for $71.91. So very cool. As a great Prime Day sale, 25% off. So let me know if you guys have any questions about those. And I actually do use this with my company ID. It's just, for demonstration. I'm not going to show you my real company ID. Next one is the Eufy smart card. So very, very similar, but there are a couple key differences which we're going to talk about. Eufy Smart Track card. And as you can see, this is cheaper. Only $16.95 today. So definitely a great, great deal. Super cheap. 43% off. I think that's the cheapest I've ever seen it. Really cool. And you can see lots and lots of people buy this. 2,000 have been sold today. And that's just a single pack. They sell multiple packs. This thing is awesome. Downside, let me tell you the con first. Okay, so I do have this. Let me bring this up in full screen. Here is my everyday wallet. Real wallet, not staged or anything like that. So as you can see, I have my $2 bills. Absolutely love $2 bills. Have them in there for tipping and other things. Just think they're great. Wish more people would have $2 bills. And then in the back of it, dun 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 dun, I have the key or the Eufy Security Smart Track card. So this is what I personally use in my wallet. And the downside to this, even though it's my primary wallet tracker, con with this is that it has no replaceable or rechargeable battery. So once it's dead, it is dead. You'll have to buy a new one. They say the battery life is about 3 years or so. I had this probably about 2 years and it's still going strong. So definitely keep that in mind. That is a non-replaceable, non-rechargeable battery. But the benefit of having this one over any other Find My Bluetooth wallet tracker is that it works not only with Apple Find My, but it also works simultaneously with the Eufy app. And because it works both at the exact same time, you can have the Eufy app do the reverse finding feature, which means that normally with the Apple Find My app, you can only find your tracker via the app. But with Eufy, you can actually double click on your tracker to ring your misplaced phone. So I'm going to do this live real time. You can see it in action. Here's my real phone, real Bluetooth tracker. We're going to double press on it. Boom, just like that. So really cool. Now I just got to shut it off. It's a little annoying to shut off, but I think I did. So no other Bluetooth wallet tracker that works on the Apple Find My network can do that. Understand, I'm just talking about Apple Find My. There are other Bluetooth trackers that work with other networks and other apps, but this is the only one that works with Apple Find My and the Eufy app at the exact same time to get that additional feature. So definitely a huge plus there. I don't know how they did it. Don't know if Apple knows about it, but it does work as you saw there. And it's been working that way for 2 years. Absolutely love that feature. I don't misplace my phone that often, but having that ability is definitely a huge plus in my book. Even though there's other ways you can take your Apple Watch right there and ring your phone. You can log on to iCloud account from any computer in the world and ring your phone. So there's other ways to find your phone, but having just the ability right there to usually have something in your pocket to ring your phone, super quick and easy. For someone that doesn't always wear his watch, for some reason I just don't wear it that often. It's awesome. So, but then again, I don't lose my phone too often either. All right, moving on. We are going to talk about some lawnmowers. Ooh, I just kicked my dog. I hate my dog. I don't hate her, but I hate that she lays under me all the time. Why does it look like I'm out of focus? There we go. Now I'm back in focus. I don't know what happened. Don't know what happened. Let me know what you guys think of those Bluetooth trackers. Which one is your favorite? Which one would you pick up? Dun, 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 dun. All right. Moving on to robotic lawnmowers. We're going to be looking at the Lumba 2 all-wheel drive. Now, this is not a Prime Day sale. This is actually just a normal sale that they're doing the exact same time of Prime Day. Absolutely love this lawnmower. I hate spending time mowing my lawn, and having something like this that can do the bulk of the lawn maintenance is definitely a huge plus. Understand that this is not going to replace a trimmer or a blower, but at least it can do the bulk of the lawn mowing, and you can have that time back to yourself. So normally this is $28.99, $2,900. And today they do have the coupon for $300 off. And there's a bunch of different versions depending on how big your yard is and how high or low pile grass or high pile grass. So definitely check out my full review if you guys want to know the differences and what model to buy. But absolutely love this, that there's no perimeter wire that you have to lay out and dig up and place. And then there is a what's called a RTK station. It's like a GPS satellite that you have to place in your yard. The key with this is that you got to remember that it needs to see the skies 360 degrees, but needs to be further away from your house and trees and other obstacles so it can get a good signal all the way around. But at the same time, it needs to have power. So it has to be plugged in somewhere. So just keep that in mind. You got to have good placement. And the ideal placement, which I've not been able to do, is on your roof or next to the roof line, and just having it up there to see 360 degrees with nothing in the way is most ideal. But I did find one place in my yard, which you'll see in a moment, which, by the way, what you're seeing right now is this swell in my front yard. Great that this thing has all-wheel drive. Pretty much every other smart lawnmower out there is two-wheel drive, and it would not have the ability to do that. Here is a hole in my backyard. It's hard to show how deep this hole is, but you can kind of see that it gets into this hole and then it gets itself out with no issues whatsoever. So having that all-wheel drive is definitely a huge plus. And this does not have steering wheels. It doesn't have a wheel that can turn, but does have omni wheels in the front. So that's kind of like wheels on wheels. So it can do 0-point turns, but I don't recommend the 0-point turns because it will tear up your yard in a lot of the same places. So it does have some settings where you can turn off 0-point turning. So it kind of just does these 3 or 4-point turns to avoid 0-point turns, so it doesn't scar up your yard. You can see the 0-point turn right there, so you can kind of see how it can rip up the grass by doing that. And I think this is the 3-point turn that you're seeing right now. So much better. And then it has the big thick wheels in the back, so you can grip in and get up hills. I think it's up to like 80-degree slopes. It's pretty crazy what this thing can do. Really cool. And like I said, you saved $300 today, and the app is pretty cool. It's not perfect smart home device. There are bugs still with it, so just definitely keep that in mind. And most of them, the ones that I personally, the issues that I have is that just the connection with the RTK station, because I don't have the ideal location. Mike Q, what's up, buddy? Yep, went live. Thanks for visiting once again. Thanks for visiting earlier and dealing with my connectivity issues. I think I fixed it. I did go live on Amazon only earlier. I was able to get a hour and a 15-minute stream in, so figure I'll go again tonight just to have some fun. So it's good to see you. Dreamy D10 with the $300 coupon. Very cool. Yeah. So Dreamy is definitely is really doing some cool stuff with their smart vacuums. I don't know the D10 specifically. I have the L20, the X30, and the X40, but those are super, super pricey. I wonder what the L10 is. Let's see. Okay, so I've seen this one. This is cool. So, yeah, it's 5,300 pascals, so plenty of suction power, compatible with Alexa. Can you get that into Home Assistant somehow? Yeah, Dreamy puts out some good products, so I think you got a good one there. So, like mid-level, not too cheap, not too expensive, and saving some buckaroos on Prime Day is definitely a huge plus. Yeah, let me know how it goes. So, very cool. Once you get a robotic vacuum cleaner, you're going to have to get a robotic lawnmower. I actually have this one that I'm talking about right now, and then I have their other model also downstairs in the garage. So I'm going to be checking that one out. And that one has it's a basket, not a basket. What do they call it? Like a debris basket. I don't know what other word in the back. So it actually picks up leaves and grass, and then it will go to some designated area where you can actually lift up the basket and dump everything out. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that's going to be coming in the next month or so. The bag, yeah, pretty much just the bag. Yep. So, but that's by the same company, but it doesn't have all-wheel drive. So I'm wondering how it's going to do. Where this one does have all-wheel drive and it can handle the little hill on the front, but they're pretty cool. I love the look of this one. This looks like a F1 race car. And you can see here it's going from one zone to the next zone across the driveway at a designated location, which I programmed into the app. There we go. Fix the camera a little bit. And it does a great job. I wish I could figure out the gates. There's some solutions I've found, just I haven't pulled the trigger on any of the solutions. I just none of the ones that I've found are ideal. Mostly because this is a split rail design with the metal, what's it called? The strings in between. So to have a door there is going to be really hard for the lawnmower, but I'll be able to find something soon, just to be able to get that lawnmower from the front yard or the backyard to the front yard, because I hate opening and closing this gate for it. So this is a GPS. So it uses a RTK station, which is, it looks like I was talking about earlier before you jumped on. There it is right there. So this is a fixed point within the yard. So once you have this, you cannot move it. Downside to this, it has to have 360 degrees of your skies. Plus, it has to be powered. So it's really hard to find a location. The most ideal location for this RTK station is on your roof. I just haven't been able to get up there and hook up power and everything. So right now I have it in this location that's not ideal. So hopefully I'll be able to get this onto the roof pretty soon and it'll be good to go. Yeah, I thought about that. That's not really what I created during COVID for the door. Was not really ideal to be outside. I could modify it a bit. I also looked at some like some chicken hen door openers that are made to be outside. There are gate openers that I've kind of thought about, but I actually lock my gate, so I would have to figure out a way to unlock it and then have the gate open or open up. But maybe I won't need that lock because of the gate opener, but then I will need some type of push button out there to activate that lock. Plus, I need power. So there hasn't been anything ideal yet that I've jumped out yet, but I will have to come up with some solution pretty soon because going out there every time I want to mow the front yard is not ideal. So that is the Luma 2 on sale today for $300 off. Just think about how much time you'll be saving with a robotic lawn mower like this. So yes, it is extremely pricey, even at the $2,500, but all the time that you're going to be saving is definitely worth it. And my neighbors, they're like, I want one of those, but they're not pulling the trigger either. So, I can understand it. It's definitely pricey, but in my opinion, it's definitely worth it. Yeah, the smart door for chicken coops. Yep, I've seen those. Yeah, I think it's worth it too. All right, next item we're going to be talking. This is not really smart home, but it leads into another smart home vacuum. This is the Dreamy H12 Pro. This is a stick vacuum, and this is on sale for $269.99. Normally $500, so it's 46% off. And this thing can do liquids, it can do solids that can be broken up. And you can see here it's picking up Cheez-Its, it's picking up an egg. And then when it's all done, you can mop the floors, and then you have fresh water compartments, you have dirty water and dirty containers that you have to empty out. And it does a really great job. And if I had to get rid of all my smart vacuums and just have one vacuum in the house, that would be this, just because it does a really nice job at cleaning up pretty much anything that's on a hard surface. So it's not for carpet. Don't get me wrong. It's not to wash your carpet, but I would think, probably about 75% of my house is hardwood floor. So having something like this with a clean water tank and a dirty tank is definitely ideal, where it can just pick up anything and everything in its path, and then it leaves the floor nice and fresh. But that dirty tank, make sure you clean it out right away, because as you're picking up all this debris on the floor, especially food and eggs and all the other stuff that's down there, you definitely want to make sure you get it out of that container and in the place where it's not going to start stinking. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I told my wife, I will get rid of all the smart vacuums and keep this, just because this is more useful than the smart vacuum, because this cleans up spills almost instantly, and then it cleans itself. You can see I put it back onto the charger. It's going to wash the roller head and then dry it so it doesn't start stinking. And it's super easy to use. This is neighbor's kid came over to use it, and super easy. And it kind of propels itself forward by itself just because of that roller mop. Here's some ketchup. Does a really, really, really nice job. So that is the Dreamy H12 Pro Wet Dry Stick Vacuum. And next item we're going to be talking about is the Dreamy X30. Now, this is not the newest smart vacuum from Dreamy. This is the one that came out about 6 months ago, the X30 Ultra. And I have the X40 also. And the only difference between the X40 and the X30 is that the X40 has that robotic arm that comes out for the brush. This still has a robotic arm for the mopping head, for the right hand mopping head, which you'll see come out in a moment. And then that's pretty much the only difference. So the price difference between the X40 and the X30 currently, so the X30 is $1,150 and the X40 is close to like $1,900. So having that robotic arm for, what is it, like $900 difference is definitely not a pretty penny. But this one on sale today for $1,150, plus I have an additional 5% off. I put the promo code in there in the link already on Amazon for additional 5% off the X30, and also the previous product, the H12 Pro, extra 5% off. I forgot to mention that. So definitely, if you want some additional discount on top of the Prime Day sale, you can get additional 5% off just by using link in the stream right now. You can see the robotic mopping head extending its arm underneath the door frame right there and then doing a little swing. Really cool, great design. Has obstacle avoidance. So I do have younger dogs in my house. I do have kids in my house, and they leave stuff on the floor all the time. Here's a wire. I have a dog that leaves some feces on the floor every now and then, so it does do a pretty good job. It's not a perfect job when it comes to obstacle avoidance, but it does a pretty good job when it comes to obstacle avoidance. So if you're looking for something that has great obstacle avoidance, there is the Eufy X10, but this one does I would say about 90% of the job, 90% of the time it avoids what's on the floor. Yeah, so Mike says, looks like it does a great job. So good, but they aren't cheap. Yeah, smart vacuums are not cheap, especially if you want all the bells and whistles and the flagship models. Yeah, they're not cheap. So this one has where you can put soap in, and you can use your own soap or you can use the Dreamy soap. It's totally up to you. And then it will add it to the robot automatically. You can see here picking up Cheez-Its. It does get to the edge, mopping very close to the edge. And as most flagships, when it mops and it comes across a carpet or rug, it will automatically lift up its mopping head, which, let's see if I can show that again. Trying to find it. That's the obstacle avoidance. I know I had some footage. Oh, there it is. So you can see here lifting up the mopping head, so that way it doesn't get your carpets or rugs wet. It does a really nice job there lifting up. This also has a camera built into it, so if you're at work and it's out and about, you can actually steer it if you really want to. But if you just want to kind of check up on the pets or see what's going on, you can see there I am in the camera. And this also works with Alexa and Google. And I do believe it has Siri shortcuts, but all of them are just basic controls, just turning on and turning off. It doesn't have anything advanced or where you can tell it to go to certain rooms or anything like that. So thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. Truly appreciate it, as always. And if you ever need help with anything, you know how to reach me. Glad to help you out. Definitely don't know everything, but when I do, I'll let you know what I think. And all right, moving on to the next item, we're going to be looking at the UV S330 camera, which came out. I think I remember it coming out before Thanksgiving last year, and it was a hot seller at S340. And I think I did a video on it where I said it's definitely my favorite camera. And to be honest, it's still one of my favorite cameras to date. And it's on sale for $139.99, so $140, 30% off. And this is a solar panel camera, so you will have to make sure it has two things. One, has to have good sunlight, so wherever you place this, it needs 2 to 3 hours of direct sunlight. And then two, you gotta have good Wi-Fi. So when you can place this on the outside of your house, you gotta make sure you have good Wi-Fi there. Otherwise, this is not the camera for you. But if you do have those two things, this is an awesome camera. This is a pan and tilt camera, so it can if it sees something moving, it'll lock onto it and pan and tilt and follow around. Plus, it has two lenses. It has a wide angle lens, and then it has a zoom lens with 8x zoom, and it has a built-in light, and it also what was I going to say? It has the built-in light, but it also has infrared night vision. So if you do want to keep that light off, you'll still be able to see at night with the infrared night vision. Ooh. So that is definitely still one of my favorite cameras. But say, for instance, you don't have good Wi-Fi, there is a newer camera that recently was released by Eufy. It's not super new. It came out a couple months ago, and that is the Eufy S330. And this one is a 4G camera, so this will actually connect to cell phone towers. You can use this as Wi-Fi also if you want to, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you have good Wi-Fi, you definitely want to get the S340 and save not only some money, but also the solar panel on the S340 is smaller. It can be mounted on top of the camera itself, where the S330, it's more expensive. You have to pay for the 4G service, and the solar panel is probably twice the size and cannot be mounted unless you jerry rig it like I did and glue it onto the top of the camera. And this does not have the dual lenses, although this does have 4K. So, but to be honest, this is not a better camera just because it has 4K. Cameras in the S340 is just fine for most people. You don't really need that 4K. You're not going to see much difference between the 3K and the 4K. So definitely keep that in mind. If you have to have the or you have to have the solar panel. Sorry, I'm trying to fix the screen and I keep going to the wrong area. There we go. So if you have to have the 4G cellular communication, you have to go for this one and save 30%, $175. But if you have good Wi-Fi, definitely get the S340 one instead. And if you have a wired place, like you want to replace a outdoor light fixture, wall lights, camera, we're going to be looking at the next item in the carousel. This first one right here that I'm pointing to right now, this is a solar panel one, but the one I want to look at is the wall light camera. This is actually hardwired in, on sale, $75, 50% off. This is the cheapest that I've seen it. So definitely a great camera. I do have a video on it, so we can look at it in detail. Where are you? I know you're here somewhere. There it is. Wall-light camera. We can play this bad boy. So as you can see here, this is right by my garage. I do have a fixed light here. Let's see. There's the fixed light. Look at that ugly thing. The thing's so dirty. So I replaced this light, did all the work, electrical work myself. But if you are not comfortable with the electric work, make sure you hire a professional, because electricity is not something you should mess around with. Definitely is not safe to do if you don't know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, it's super safe to do and easy to do. I got this whole thing installed in probably about 10 or 15 minutes. And what's great about this, has a camera built in, connects with the Eufy app. It does not work with Apple Home. Just keep that in mind. And then it has the built-in light, which you can turn on and turn around anytime you want based off of motion. You can have different options. Say when it sees motion, it will turn red or green, whatever color that you want. Or you can turn it around and have it face your house. Get that the light bouncing off the house for that different effect. And then, like I said, it has a camera built in. Here's what it looks like. The camera is pretty wide angle. Has a good view. And then at night, let's see, I'm jumping around in the video here. So that is with the light on. So it has color night vision. But if the light is off, it will actually use the infrared lights, and you can see it's in black and white. So, but if you turn on the lights, it's going to go right back to color. Really cool. But thing to keep in mind with this one, just like the other Eufy lights, you have to have good Wi-Fi at that location on that exterior of the house. Otherwise, this is not going to be for you. Gotta have great Wi-Fi. Unfortunately, it's not PoE. It's not any other type of communication. It is strictly Wi-Fi. So really cool light from Eufy on sale, 50% off. Definitely the cheapest that I seen it thus far. Next item. Ooh, one more Eufy product. All right, so all these cameras that I was talking about, you can connect to the Homebase 3. Homebase. So let me back up really quick. So all these cameras, let me make sure, yeah, they all have SD card slots where you can have the clips recorded to the micro SD card on the camera themselves, or you have an option of cloud recording in most of these cameras, which I don't recommend. Why pay for the cloud recording, where you can buy something like the Homebase 3. Now, understand with the 4G version, if you're using it as 4G and not on Wi-Fi, it will not connect to the home base. So keep that in mind with the S330 4G version. But if you are using it on the Wi-Fi, you can connect it still to the Homebase 3. And then you can store all those clips on the Homebase 3. And you can have up to 16 terabytes. You do have to buy your own hard drive here. I have a 4 terabyte hard drive. Let me show you what that looks like. Boom, bad boom. There is my network rack. Let me move this camera down. There we go. So lots and lots of hubs. It's not my network rack. It's really a hub rack. Look at all those hubs. I have cleaned it up just a little bit recently because I actually decommissioned a lot of those hubs. But I still have the Homebase 3 right there on top. Absolutely. Actually, I don't. You know what? I did move it. You know where my Homebase 3 is right now? Dun, 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 dun. Right there. See it back there? So, yep. I moved it. It's now on Wi-Fi. And it's doing pretty good there. I wanted to get some stuff away from that rack. So anything that could be on Wi-Fi, actually just took it away from that rack and put it away in a different location. What's up, Brandon? What's up, dude? Nope, couldn't get enough of that live stream. I really wanted to get a stream on Modern Day Reviews because I couldn't get it earlier. Just want to get it done and over with and get it onto the books. So doing the same stream as I did earlier. Appreciate you being here, dude. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. You saw the first 3 streams that I think they were like 6 minutes each, and I was having so many network issues. And if you made it to the 4th one, appreciate you too, dude. Appreciate it, as always. Sorry to talk about the exact same products, but just wanted to get this one on Modern Day Reviews. And tomorrow, I got some other streams lined up talking about different products. Maybe a few of the same ones, but mostly I think I'm going to do different ones tomorrow. Mike says it's hard to get on Amazon. You know what I've been forgetting to do? There we go. It's hard to get on Amazon from Canada. Why is that? Is it hard to get on Amazon US, the live feed? Is that what it is? Brendan says, about to head to bed, was just catching up on notifications and knows you're live. Great show tonight. Yeah. So I was hanging out with Brandon, Vince, and Pete from DIY Smart Home Guy earlier on their stream. Thanks for having me once again. Always a blast hanging out with you. And, have a great night, dude. Talk to you soon. All right. So that was a good show. Thank you. Thank you. All right, moving on to a smart lock that recently came out. This is the Eufy, not the Eufy, their Core U50. Boom, bada boom. There it is. Nope, that's the U100. This was a comparison of the U100 and U50. So you'll see both of these in this video. But the difference between the U50 and the U100 is just pretty much the fingerprint reader. And if you don't need a fingerprint reader and you just use Apple home keys or the keypad or the app, then having this, the U50, which I think is a better lock where you can have it rekeyed, which both these have keys. The U50 cannot, or the U100 cannot easily be rekeyed. I haven't figured out a way unless you buy a U50 and bring that cylinder over to the U100. So I haven't figured out any other way, and I don't know anyone else who has. But the basic idea I thought about a smart lock is not to have keys to begin with, but in my household, I want all the keys to be the same. So not having the ability to change that lock in the U100 was definitely a disappointment for me. But they fixed that in the U50. Now it's easily replaceable, but we did lose the fingerprint reader in the U50. So if that's a feature that you want, you got to go for the U100. But if it's not, you can save a little bit of money. Where the U50 on sale today, dirt cheap, $99, $100, which is the cheapest I've seen it thus far. And then the U100, if you want that, I think that's like $132, $133. All right, Mike. Have a great night. Yeah, work tomorrow. I got work tomorrow too. I got to wake up in 6 hours. But I'm going to finish out this stream, take a shower, and then I'm off to bed. So I appreciate you being here, dude. All right. next item in the carousel is the Switch Bot curtain. Let's play the video, Eric. Good night. All right, so if you have curtains that are on a rod, so you have grommets, or if you have a U-rail curtain or a I-rail curtain, and you want to automate those to open and close, this is a awesome little robot from SwitchBot that can. You just have to make sure you buy the right model for your curtains, and you can automate it to open up early in the morning, close at night, or whatever you want. Whatever schedule you want. You can base it off of other factors in your house. Maybe you have a temperature sensor. You can base off how much light is coming in the windows. So many different variables that you can automate and open and close those curtains automatically. And it's super easy to install. This is the rod version, and you'll see in a second. I'm going to be putting this on the rod. Let's see. Well, I think I do. And you can buy a solar panel for it also. There it is on the rod, is mounted up there with the solar panels, even though I don't have a lot of sunlight coming in there. And you can see it opening up, which, by the way, you can pull on just one of the curtains and it'll automatically open up. So you can walk by and give it a little tug, it will automatically open up or close. And then obviously you can automate it, you can schedule it. So it's totally up to you how you want to do it. It's a really cool device, and it's on sale. Let's see. This is the SwitchBots Curtain 3, and this is their third model. And I've tested and reviewed the very first one up to now the third one, and this is the best battery life, is the best strength, so it can go really slow and still be able to move a heavier curtain, which the previous models had issues with that. So if you're a light sleeper and you just want to slowly open the curtain but not have that loud noise, you can do that with the SwitchBot 3. Plus, you get 30% off today. So, because of that Prime Day, $62.99. So, great device from SwitchBot. Absolutely love SwitchBot devices. They are definitely a innovator in the industry. They have a couple of products that they kind of just had to do, just because they're kind of like the bread and butter of the smart home industry. Like, you gotta have a temperature sensor, you gotta have a push button. But otherwise, they're making new innovative devices, which I think are awesome. They do a really great job at affordable price. So you can see here they sold 1,000 of these this month. So other people think so too, with 4 stars. All right, we're going to keep moving. Another SwitchBot. This is the SwitchBot Tilt. This is for Venetian blinds. So this is on sale today for, this is a 3-pack. Ooh, 1 pack is $49. 3-pack is, ooh, come on. There it goes. Oh, this is a 3-pack and the bridge, or the hub. So $132.93. So this is for blinds, Venetian blinds. This is going to be their horizontal blinds, which I'll show you what those look like. Plus, you have to make sure that you have a pole, or what they call it, a twisty pole to tilt them. This will not lift up your blinds totally to open up. It only tilts them. Here it is. So you gotta make sure that you have the vertical blinds like that, or not the vertical, the horizontal blinds. And you gotta have that rod where it can twist the rod to tilt the blinds open and close. which you can automate. You can also have this sync with a push button. You can have it based off of time, like just like the Kernan. So the option is totally up to you. Plus, with that built-in solar panel, as long as you have good sunlight, you don't have to worry about charging this up. And really, really cool device. I have this on a lot of my blinds I have in my house, which, by the way, you can see here. I had a blind that had pull strings to tilt it. That will not work here, so you will have to replace it with a rod version. Super easy to do. I think the rod gear that I had to replace was maybe $12, and then it took me about 10 minutes to replace. Really easy to do. I think I have a video on it. I'm not quite sure if I do, but really easy to install. Really great device. You can see it right there opening up, or that's closing. Now that one's opening up all automatically. Really, really cool device. So today you can get one for like, what was that, $48, something like that. And then you have a 3-pack for $132.93, which comes with the bridge. So if you want to use this with Alexa and Google and Siri and Apple Home, you gotta have a bridge, which I don't think this just triggered my Siri. I don't think this is the right bridge if you want to have Apple Home. So because you gotta have Matter, which is the SwitchBot Hub 2, which has Matter, or the new Mini, which I don't think this is the new Mini. So if you do have Apple Home, definitely make sure you get the right bridge that has Matter support. All right, moving on to the next item. Another smart home vacuum. This is from Ecovacs, and this is a little bit different. A lot of the same similarities of a flagship smart vacuum. Where's the video? There it is. But it has an added feature, and as you can see there, has that thing on the side. So you might be asking me, what is that? And as I continue playing the video, has the standard smart vacuum and mopping system, has the automated dust collection base, has the base that also washes the mop, and then as you can see here, this has the handheld attachment. There it is right there. So you can get your couches and other things with that handheld. Really cool little device and added feature to have with your smart vacuum. And what I love about this, not only are all the accessories built into the base unit where you can store them, but when you return the handheld vacuum to the base unit, it will actually automatically empty it out. So there it is right there. So I'm vacuuming the sofa, putting it back, and you can't hear it right now, but it's actually turning on the suction power and sucking out all that dust and dirt out of the smart handheld vacuum into the actual dust bin into the base unit. So really, really cool. It is on sale today. Normally $1,200. And it is on sale. Let me show you. This is quite pretty, a really great price in my opinion. Ecovacs. Oh no, the T30 combo. I think it's a great price, especially since this just came out not too long ago. You don't see like their newest flagship vacuum, which that's what I think this is the newest flagship from Ecovacs. Can't think of one that came out after this. So 25% off for a new flagship with the handheld. So $900. That's an awesome, awesome deal, in my opinion. 5 stars, 900 purchases this month. So other people agree, and I definitely love this one. It does a great job cleaning, great job mopping, and having that handheld is definitely a huge plus. Plus, one other thing I do want to mention about Ecovacs, not just this particular model, but all the Ecovacs vacuums that I've tested thus far, that they do work with the Siri shortcuts, Alexa, and Google Home. Does not work with Apple HomeKit unless you have, I think, HomeBridge, but it's just basic control in those 3 platforms. But with Siri shortcuts, you have more custom control where you can set up and say to go clean a specific room. So you can say, Smart Home Assistant, go clean the kitchen. Smart Home Assistant, go clean the dining room. And this brand, the Ecovacs, is one of the only ones that I know that can do that. The other ones work with Siri shortcuts, but it's just basic control. Turn on, turn off, return to the base, but cannot specifically go to a specific room that you tell it to go to. So really cool that Ecovacs has that ability to customize the Siri shortcuts for the exact room that you want it to go to. All right, let's talk about Lucian Casella. The best, one of the best. I gotta say it's probably the best. Gotta say it's the best. So there's 2 Lucian Caseta deals going on right now. These are kit deals, so this is going to be including the bridge in both of these deals. If you're looking for a single switch, they just don't really have sales on the single switches. But if you want to buy it with a kit, and if you're not new to Lutron, or if you are new to Lutron, you're going to need that bridge anyways to bring into your smart home assistant. Works with Alexa, Google, and Apple Home. And they have the old model, which these both function exactly the same. They're both dimmers. They both do not need neutral wires. They both have Pico remotes, but one is the old model that has 2 hard switches or hard wire switches and 2 Pico remotes and the bridge for $135.95. And then you have the newer looking model, which is what you're seeing here, is the Diva Smart Switch. It's just a different look, same functionality, has dimming capabilities. You can see the side by side here. I'm going to freeze it, or let's move over. So you can see the difference. I'm going to block this so you guys know it's just this other one. This one in the middle is a Zeus switch. So the one on the left is the old looking model, and the one on the right is the new looking model, but they both dimmers. So definitely keep that in mind. Depending on what look you're looking for, they have Prime Day sales for both of them. All right, let's move to the outside. We are going to be talking about pool cleaners really quick. And I've tested a bunch of different pool cleaners recently. And for the money, the one that I recommend for most pools, for most in-ground pools, at a affordable price is the Aper Scuba S1. Here it is in gray or in black. They also have a blue one, which I've reviewed also. So pick your favorite color. And it is on sale today for $524.99, $525. If I remember correctly, there is an additional coupon, but you don't want to forget about the coupons, because you can get the Prime Day sale and the coupon at the exact same time. Oh, it's a 5% discount. So let me show you this really quick. So just make sure that you enter this promo code, you redeem that promo code, and get additional 5% off. But back to the video. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles, doesn't have Wi-Fi, doesn't have dual brushes or quad brushes. Just has a single brush or it's kind of one long brush. It might be two brushes physically, but it's really just one long brush in the front. Other pool cleaners that are more expensive, double the price, have two brushes, have the brush in the back also. This still cleans the floor, and then it also cleans the walls, which you'll see it clean the wall right there, and then I come up to the water line and clean the water line really, really effectively. Does a great job. And I do have a pool with a liner, so you're good to go with that. Some people don't want to use this with above ground pools. I can't speak to that, so if that is a concern to you, definitely reach out to Aper and see what they recommend. They do have some lower models that don't have as much suction, and they don't go up on the walls like this one does. So keep that in mind. If you have an above ground pool, this one might not be for you, but you have to. I know people who do have this for above ground pools and they don't have any issues whatsoever, but I just don't have any personal experience on it, so I can't tell you one way or the other. So great price. It does just as good of a job as the ones that are double the price. So it's on sale for $5.25 today. And if you're looking for a robotic pool cleaner that floats on top, so you don't have to clean it underneath, the Aper has you covered also. Nope, not that video. This is the Surfer, because it surfs on top of the water. Boom, 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 boom. There it is. So you can see this one's floating around. It has little propellers that kind of push it around the pool, and it's just going to suck in any debris into the basket right there. And this one is on sale for $375. That's normally $470. So great to see that this one is, let's see, 20% off plus additional coupon for $25 off. So make sure you guys click on that coupon right there and save a little bit of money. So great to see this one. I love this one. Just can power by itself when it gets good sunlight. Sometimes you do have to take it out when it gets cloudy, or you leave it in the pool overnight. It's just going to die. So definitely keep that in mind. It doesn't have an enormous battery life. As long as it has good sunlight, it's going to run during the day just a-okay. But then I do recommend you probably take it out at night, charge it up for the next day, so you're good to go, just in case if it's cloudy. But it really does do a great job. You can see here all the debris and everything that came out of here. You can see it surfing around. I do use it at night sometimes. Where's the debris basket? So there it is right there. So you pop it open, clean out all the debris, all those flowers and twigs and bugs. Oh my! Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. Oh my. All right, moving on. Last item of the night before I hit the hay, we're going to be talking about the Eve Flare on sale, Prime Day sale. Usually Eve has sales on Prime Day, but they don't have official Prime Day sales, if that makes sense. And I'm glad to see that they finally are. Don't know if it's going to generate any more business, because a sale is a sale, but I think there is. Ooh, I apologize. It might not be on sale anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Is this the thread version? So I do apologize. This was on sale for 25% off, but it is not. So really cool device though. Even at $100, I have two of these. Absolutely love it. Adds a little bit of ambience to a dark room. You can put it in a pool. It is water resistant. Really cool little light fixture that you can control with your smart home. I have one out on my deck. I got one here in the office. Really cool, nice little device, but it's no longer on sale. We missed that one. That's okay. There will be more. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for me. Thanks for watching. And if you're new here, watching on YouTube, you guys can check out my other social media. I do have another tech channel called Modern Day Tech, and I also have an Amazon channel. So definitely check that out if you want to. I appreciate it. I'll leave links down below where you can check out all these products. And as always, if you guys have any questions about any of these products or anything tech related, definitely hit me up. I truly appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Good night.
I remember how it felt when I got that fresh cut, new outfit. A-Town Kitty got a bent to the same side. I'm leaning in the coupe, leaning in the coupe with. Clicked up with the squad, hey, you seen us? Listen to the music, pay attention to the changes. I took some time off, but I came back. I apologize.